Mr. Bryant, Mr. O'Neill.
Good evening.
All right,
Good evening.
welcome to our parenting class tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking about a technique called 1, 2, 3 Magic. It's a discipline technique proven to be effective with children ages 2 to 12. So, 1, 2, 3 Magic. What do you think about when you say you think that's simple,
Three steps or
complicated?
techniques that is for children.
You think it's complicated or simple, Mr. O'Neill? You think it's something simple?
Yeah, because
Okay.
magic it means actually a trick. But anyway,
Okay. Well, it's actually not a trick, but we're gonna get into it. 1, 2, 3 Magic is the #1 discipline program in the country. Okay. It's evidence based, meaning that it's been proven to work. Okay. All right. Okay. So what your job is as a parent is one, you're gonna be controlling the unwanted behavior. So we're gonna call that stop behavior, stopping the unwanted behavior. And then second, you're gonna be encouraging good behavior. We're gonna call that start behavior. Okay. And lastly, we're gonna strengthen the relationship between you and your child. And we're gonna talk about those a little bit more. But by following these or doing these assignments, taking on these jobs, these 3 jobs, what it does is gives you power as the parent. There's no negotiating between you and your child, and also it puts the responsibility of the behavior on the child. Okay, so okay. All right. So what's extremely important in this technique is there is no talking and no emotion. So you're not yelling, you're not screaming. And also, what's very essential in this 1, 2, 3 Magic parenting technique is the counting, is the 1, the 2, and the 3. Okay, so
why are you counting?
you repaying them. It's a you're letting them know, what the next step is gonna be. You're giving them time to get the correct their behavior. Okay. So I want to say that when counting, be sure to make eye contact with your child. Be sure to be direct, and you want to be calm, but you want to be firm at the same time. Okay.
Okay.
And then on the 3rd count is when there's going to be a consequence. Okay. And the consequence you'll want to already have established what that's going to be. Like, for example, timeout. And you know that timeout is the time period on this is the age of the child. So your child is 5, Mr. Bryant, 5 minutes in timeout. Your child is 6, Mr. O'Neill, 6 minutes in timeout.
So it's according to the age.
Correct. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're going to demonstrate the 1, 2, 3 Magic, and then Mr. O'Neill, what I want you to do is pretend like you're Mr. Bryant's child. Okay. So you're gonna ask him, can I have a Twinkie, Mr. Bryant? You're gonna say no. And then you're gonna ask him, well, why? And Mr. Bryant is gonna tell you why. Okay, so and then I want you guys to carry on like you would see your child carrying on. Okay? All right, let's go.
Count, Twinkie?
No,
Why?
because I said so.
Why? Because you said so.
Because you've had 2 already, and that's too much sugar for you.
Why is it already?
Because it's 2 already, and you cannot have a Twinkie.
Why can't I have one more?
Because if you ask me again that you can have a Twinkie, you will go to timeout.
Count, Twinkie. Count, Twinkie.
You will now get timeout for 13 minutes.
Okay. All right, okay. All right, then we're going to stop there. Okay, so what do you think that's doing? That going back and forth?
Create an argument.
Correct. Well, and it's saying to your child, let's fight or let's argue. And it's also, your child is also saying to themselves, let me test my daddy. Let me see, what I can get away with. All right, so 1, 2, 3 magic. Mr. O'Neal, you're gonna ask me for a Twinkie, and we're gonna go from there.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
No,
Why?
because you're gonna eat dinner in 15 minutes.
I want one.
1,
Why?
2,
I want one.
3.
Please.
Go to your room. That's the technique. It's just that simple. Okay. All right. So like I said, we were gonna go back to what your job is, and the first one is controlling the unwanted behavior. So you're stopping the behavior, and that's the 1, 2, 3. That 1, 2 is preparing a child, to get your behavior together, or there's gonna be a consequence. Okay, you're encouraging good behavior. Okay, so this is something where this part of the technique is where you are praising and rewarding your child for doing something good. For example, Jonathan, your son Jonathan may make his bed up without having to be asked. And you can simply say, you made your bed up. I didn't have to ask you. That's something to be excited about, especially with a 5-year-old. And then you can have a reward system for that. So that's how you're going to encourage good behavior. And that's called star behavior, because by encouraging them and praising them and rewarding them, you're starting a behavior. You're setting a pattern that they're going to continue to do. So Jonathan's going to continue to make his bed up. You praise him, you're going to set a reward because of that. So what other examples do you know of? Like, what else does Jonathan do that's good, that you can praise him for?
The homework.
Okay, so he comes in, does his homework without being asked? That's a big deal. That's a major deal for a 5-year-old.
Well, he's beginning to get a routine.
Okay, all right. And so that's starting a good behavior. Now, the last job is strengthening relationship between the parent and the child. So how do you think that stopping that bad behavior and then starting a good behavior, how is it going to build your relationship with your child?
Keep praising him.
Okay. But
well, 2 things really is continue the 1, 2, 3 process, and then keep praising him and then 1, 2, 3 process. Once he understands the technique that I'm going to use on him, I would have to do it less and less and less.
Correct. And so that's more of a positive relationship versus a negative relationship. Yeah. So that's strengthening your relationship. And also, it builds respect. Your child learns to have respect for you. All right, so y'all think y'all got it? Y'all ready to get a homework assignment?
Yeah.
And come back the next time and go see how this goes?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you.